Yo, yo. What's up? Oh, I'm not freaking muted. What's going on? Today, we'll be starting Phoenix Wright Returning, something I got for a while. We actually got the trilogy, but we're gonna run through it in order. We'll run through it in order and make sure we're actually learning this shit. Game always looked fun to me. They dropped the trilogy out for the Switch. I bought it about a month ago for us to run through. It's been a freaking while since I've streamed. Let's make sure everything's good, I think. Nope. See, it keeps telling me that we're at 317. My Twitch channel keeps switching between 317 and 318. So my damn thing doesn't know what the hell to do. We're losing one follower, gaining one follower over and over and over again. I don't know if it's Twitch acting up or what. Something's going on with my phone. It says I'm not live, but it says I'm live here. That's confusing. There we go. I think we're good to go. I did. So this will be blind after this episode. Never played this game after this episode. I did try it earlier just so I can get a grips of what we'll be doing. I feel like I should read it, but I doubt I will. So they show you who did it in this first episode. I hope it doesn't do that every single one. So I've never played these games before. This will be my first time. We got 3 to run through. Yeah, we need to run through this shit. I need to make it a thing where I'm constantly running through the evidence and the profiles. I know how this whole thing's gonna play out in this first episode, but after that, it'll all be new to me. His first trial is murder trial, crazy. Bro thinks he's a Harvey Birdman. Isn't that what is that called? The conflict of interest, knowing your client before. That only for juries, or does that work for lawyers? So we know who did it. This guy is not going to make our case easy at all, I feel. this is our defendant. This is who we're representing. Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. This guy, he's not gonna make this easy for us at all. They don't have any kind of evidence on it. It was him though, just because it was his girlfriend. Oof. Slaughtered in her apartment. Larry Butts. When something smells, it's usually the butts. That's great. So yeah, we'll try to keep this strictly just stream all 3 games, make little collections out of them, so any new viewers could always get out and Here's the judge, bald as ever, but has a beard, a humongous beard. Okay. He doesn't sound too sure about himself. Yeah, that's something you don't do. You don't tell the judge as an attorney that you're nervous. Oh, this is basically just a little tutorial. So I've done this episode, but I have not gone further. I want to get a feel for what we're doing, how to play the game, all that good shit. Well, his name's Larry Butts. We just went over that. I know this one. Glad I read the case report to cover so many times. It's wait, uh-oh. He doesn't know the victim's name. They're gonna tell us to go to the court records, yep, find out her name, all that good stuff. So it'll be more of a blind playthrough after this first episode. I didn't save it because I wanted to capture it all. Ooh, I almost clicked poison. And she was struck upside the head. Those 3 easy questions made him more relaxed. Okay. So far, I like Phoenix's character. The murder weapon was this statue of the finger. It was found laying on the floor next to the victim. Rather heavy. Well, it's a statue, so that makes sense. Let's get this ball to roll. Mr. Butts. So here, I think I kind of did the wrong thing when I was getting a feel for this game, and I let him say stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, that has any effect on the case or anything. Not true that the victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Yeah. Or seeing me ever. Alright, you can go ahead and notice that. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Oof. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? I don't believe a word of it, Your Honor. The victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have, a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies. Sugar. Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took the money and used it to support her lifestyle. Though she was staying in that little crappy apartment, she wasn't supporting herself too much. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? So when I was given this... Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. When I was playing this, just to get a feel, because I just played this first episode, that's it, I actually let him talk about it. It didn't seem like it really bothered the case, but I feel like maybe I should. So he said it anyway. So yeah, there's like a few minor changes. He still said what he said when I told him to tell the truth and all that shit. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Yeah, he's not helping his case at all. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I say have him answer honestly. I mean, he is on the stand. What kind of signal was that? Everybody saw that. Yeah, I was there. I went. That was not an inconspicuous signal at all. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like I didn't see her. Objection. Already? Okay, Your Honor, the defendant is lying. You have to have proof he's lying. You can't just say he's lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Oh, great. So he does have proof. Well, well, that simplifies matters. Jesus, I can't read. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Oh, let's see this witness. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. Phoenix is a trip. On the day of the murder, Joker, what's good, bro? Welcome to the stream. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's buildings. Please bring Mr. Frank Shawat to the stand. I'm good, just bored, and I went to VC too. Yeah, I can open up a chat here in a minute. Mr. SWAT, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Yeah, I can open up VC. See what's going on. Oh yes, newspapers, yes. The only problem with VC is I'm going to be trying to read some of this off sometimes. Mr. Swatch, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Oh great. This is the guy who fucking did it. Testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Yeah, I know. I'll just talk when there's no reading required. Alright, sounds good. I opened up I'm in game chat now. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I didn't know she was dead just because she wasn't moving. I quelled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Our autopsy says time of death is 4 to 5. So that's a lie. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? He definitely did tell the truth. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Come on, Phoenix. Hopefully his character doesn't stay like this and he grows a pair of balls. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Swatch used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Perusal?
Perusal.
Perusal?
Perusal. I know how to pronounce it. It's just hard for me with my.
Oh, I suck at pronunciation.
Yeah, core pronunciations are hard.
Yeah. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on that day. The day of the crime. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. So we already know he's lying because our evidence tells us he's lying. He said he found the body at 1 o'clock and our autopsy said she wasn't dead till 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Somewhere between then. What exactly am I supposed to do? You're an attorney. I understand this is your first case, Phoenix, but damn it, you went to school for this. You're out here asking this lady with her chesticles all hanging out what to do. Your client is innocent, right? How are you doing, Joker?
Good, I just don't interrupt your reading at the moment.
No, you're good. This game is going to be constant reading. So if you have anything to chime in. I've ran through this first episode right here because it's just a tutorial and I wanted to get a
Yeah, no, I know, but Phoenix Wright is more of a comedic game than it is a actual like
simulation.
Yeah, it's more like he's a comedian in the game, basically, not so much like, yeah.
I'm hoping he's not too comedic. Then what?
Well, that's the whole point of fucking Phoenix Wright. It's a comedic, like, court game.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I've never played these before and I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I've played the first ones when they first ever came out, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
It's supposed to be like a, like, you know how they have the comedic crime dramas where the guy's like, you know, like, oh, let me make it a big huzzah in the court, and yeah, kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like funny. Yeah.
This first case is a little funny, especially when I'm not gonna put any spoilers, but you'll see. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, I've played all the games. I know.
then that witness must have lied in his testimony, or your client is really guilty. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court records and the witness's testimony. But we already know what that is. Then once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button and point out the contradictions in his testimony. Why is he jiggling like that? That's just unsettling.
Hey, D-Money.
What's up?
You tried the new Mountain Dew thing called Mountain Dew Rise?
I'm not that big of a Mountain Dew guy, to be honest.
It's actually very good. They have things like Berry Blitz, Orange Breeze, stuff like that. It's really good. So it's like Mountain Dew energy drink, like Kickstart and Game Fuel, but it only has caffeine equal to 2 cups of coffee.
Damn.
Versus the high amount of like 300 milligrams they normally have.
This right here, we gotta present this because he's a fucking liar, and I watched him commit the fucking crime. I hope all of the cases aren't like that, though. I hope you actually gotta find out for yourself, and they don't show who did the crime in the beginning.
Yeah.
You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time between 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? That little shimmy is just unsettling. Of course, objection. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Schwitt? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. She put her chesticles away, you know?
I don't know, I'm kind of liking that. They remind me of my fiance, so.
Jesus. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? I get it's supposed to be comedic, but in a court of law, if your testimony already has lies in it, then no judge is gonna be like, "All right, yeah, go ahead and lie to me again."
Yeah. I've been on trial in court. I fucking know that if you say something and then somebody contradicts you or says you're fucking lying and can prove it, your ass is grass, basically.
Yeah, you've lost all credibility at that point.
Yeah, you've lost all fucking credibility as a witness or a fucking person.
Yeah, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. That's a lie because there was a blackout. So even if it was 4 o'clock, the blackout was from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So the television wouldn't have been on. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. That shimmy is just so unsettling. I'm just gonna sit here and do this on stream all day. Shimmying. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Dude, you have the same gaming chair I do. It looks exactly the same, fam.
I got a GT racing. Oh, lady.
Yeah, that's the same one I have, but mine doesn't have the name on the pillow.
Oh. Mine's
yeah, it's the exact same thing, too. Yeah.
They got speakers on the top parts?
Yeah, no, mine has a massage function.
Oh, mine's... Alright. Yeah, my lady just bought me this Or I don't know why. I think we were just buying each other stuff. I bought her a promise ring and she got me this.
What's a promise ring?
Like saying I will propose to you eventually without proposing right now.
Oh god, so that's the same thing as a purity ring. Basically, you wear it before anything happens. Oh
well,
god.
it's not a purity ring because we're on our way to our second child. So
Fair enough, but it follows the same rules of basically a promise, basically.
yeah, I promise to marry you eventually. But I
I thought
already
you were married.
No. I already have I know what I want to do when I propose to her. I already know how I'm going
Oh
to
no, what?
propose
Since
to
my
her.
fiance is now asleep, I can actually tell you this without her popping in the stream and actually like, yo, what's going on? So I plan to do like a flash mob dance session to propose to her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, get a group of people, hire them, and have her, my friend or my sister, take her out like to dinner somewhere in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we'll just start. It'll just be like, and then at the end of the thing, I'll take my mask off and I'll just propose to her.
Yeah, I would.
My fiance likes electro swing music, so I was gonna do like a electro swing like dance thing. I've been actually practicing. I can actually do like the Running Man and the T and the V and stuff like that.
So yeah, prevent the fact that the television couldn't be on. Yeah, I could say mine, but my old lady watches my past broadcasts sometimes, and I have my kids here, and they can't keep a secret worth crap. So,
kids are kids. You know, they're honest to a fault. Just DM me sometimes if you want to have any suggestions. You know what I mean?
Oh, I already have it. It's perfect. It's already planned out. I just gotta wait till the time is right. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, well, just send me it in the DM. I'll definitely talk to you about it in DMs.
Alright, bro. Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Hey, here we go with that weird ass shimmy again, and now he's sweating. He's a sweaty boy. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defendant has a point. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Schwitt? Probably.
The judge looks like Odin from fucking Captain, not Captain America, fucking Marvel's Avengers, yeah.
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. He's obviously, this is the second time we caught him alive. Wait, I remember now, Mr. Schwitt. This court would prefer to hear accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Oh, because we've only caught him lying twice. It's just now hurting his credibility. That you seem rather distraught. Yeah, he does. That's that fucking shimmy. He's been shimmying since he got in court. And that little face he does like he's about to go Super Saiyan. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Schwitt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's why this game got annoying with me. They literally have to testify like fucking 7 times.
I don't mind it, but I mean, at least call a different witness to the stand.
Right? Like after the first time, like you said, he would be grassed to fucking in a real court.
Hell yeah. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. But you didn't go in there. You saw.
And the table clock wouldn't actually be on if there was a blackout.
No, a table clock could use batteries.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
But he wouldn't be able to see that. He said he never went into the apartment. If he never went into the apartment, he wouldn't have been able to see the clock.
It's not always true, though, because what if it was, like, sitting right inside the door as well, you know what I mean?
He said it was the murder weapon, though. The table clock was the murder weapon. The defense cross-examined the witness. And the murder weapon was a statue. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. It wasn't there. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. We'll do it here. Wonder if it matters where you do the represent it. Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how was that supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Attorney? That's who I think I am. And not a very good one in this first trial, so... Just answer the question, Mr. Schwitt. Yes, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock. It's a clock? It looks like a statue. Your Honor, if I may, yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just have to tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit. It's a statue. My apologies. Jesus, I can't fucking read. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have a problem with this testimony now? Yes, I do. He said he never went in there. There's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Good job. Clearly a contradiction. This is now our fourth contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment, obviously. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it? Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Ooh, got him. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Schwitt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. That makes sense. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Wrong. Yeah, exactly. Baseless my ass. Just look at the witness's face. Yeah, he ain't shimmying so much anymore. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? You think he's been lying this whole time? You think he's just gonna come out and tell the truth now?
Yeah, you think he's just gonna say, yeah, I hit the bitch in the head with the clock? It's like, really? You think he's gonna literally say that? Like, yeah, if he does say that, fucking...
Easy pickings.
Yeah.
That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, he ripped his fucking toupee off and hit me in the face with it. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you. It's... Yeah. His toupee. I'm fucking done. He looks hella distraught now. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. He sounds hella guilty.
He also sounds hella fucking crazy as well.
Hell yeah. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Schwartz heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Asking the neighbors would do nothing. If the clock made a noise, the batteries are fine. So we have no choice but try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Are we just fucking fiddle farting with evidence now?
I was gonna say that wouldn't be allowed in the actual court standing. The evidence is bagged and tagged to the point of that if anybody tangles with it or messes with it, then it's basically useless. Because the prints, anything evidence on it that's still on it, blood, anything would be on it.
Yep.
If you hit somebody with something and there's blood on it, they take it in as the blood is on it. They actually don't clean it even after they're testing whose blood it is.
Yep. I
They
asked the
leave
court
everything
to
where it is.
listen
It's
very
called
carefully.
It's called chain of evidence.
Yeah. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. I get what they did there. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Oh, that clock's hella wrong.
Yeah, but you gotta remember 8, 9, 10, 11. 3-hour time difference. That would put it in line of what time the murder was, or what time the death was as well.
Yeah. As you can see,
because he said 1 p.m. 3 hours would be 4 to 5 p.m.
Yep. You're right. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow, precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Schwartz heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Schwartz, Mr. Baldy, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha ha ha. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, then you don't have a case. Well, if it's running 3 hours slow now, it would be, like we said, it's bagged and tagged.
It's bagged and tagged to the point where everything's left. If it was left where it was, it would be a thing called chain of evidence.
Yeah, he's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. No, I don't. Because it's actually more than 3 hours behind. She went abroad. She went abroad, and that's where she bought the statue from. So it's 9 hours behind. It's not 3 hours behind.
If that's the only other evidence you have, then yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness? Indict? Yeah, indict the witness. Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Frank Schwartz. Here, I'm gonna go check if my old lady needs help.
Yeah. No worries, take your time, man.
I don't think that should end the cross-examination. I came all this way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. This lawyer... You lawyers are all slime. Well, he technically has a lawyer on his side, too. Grr, I almost had him.
By the way, even if they end the cross-examination, the evidence is still surmounting. In the indictment, the court would say, you know, even if you can't indict him, the evidence is still presented. They would still charge him guilty, probably.
Yeah.
Because the evidence is all there, even if you could add into the cross-examination and you didn't have the key evidence, everything you pointed out actually it says he's lying.
Yeah, and they have no evidence that it was the boyfriend either. Sorry,
Yeah, they
Larry,
have.
I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. He's just gonna give up? I was about to say, not so fast, Mr. Swat. Oh, the lady with the chesticles he was talking about. Me, Chief? Listen up, Mr. Wright. Listen, Mr. Wright. Don't throw this away, not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over.
I don't know, she's looking kind of sick though, not gonna lie.
I can't prove the clock will slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
My fiance's weird. She allows me to call game characters and animated characters in games sick, but like she's like fine with it. I don't fucking know.
Jesus. Oh, well,
Guess
yes.
what this month is as well?
What?
Autism Awareness Month.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm actually autistic, by the way, so that's why I figured I'd bring that up.
Oh,
I didn't know if
awesome.
you knew that or not.
That's awesome. I did not actually know that.
You wouldn't think it actually talking to me, would you?
No.
I have high functioning autism, so I function at a semi-normal level to normal level, not low functioning. My high functioning autism makes me very smart. I graduated high school at 15, went to MIT at 17 on a full scholarship.
That's awesome, dude.
I have a bachelor's in robotics, a minor in mechanical engineering.
Damn. Good shit.
I'm only 25 years old.
But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask
I was gonna
yourself.
say, Sam, your stream's kinda slow, bro. You only have me in it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a new game and it's a little bit.
I'm surprised the wife isn't here. She used to be here all the time. What
Yeah.
happened?
She was out. I normally just have her computer up in mod view.
Ah, fair enough.
Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason. You'll have your proof, right? Mr. Wright, can you think of the reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. The fact that she
I
was...
was gonna say, if you need a mod until, you know, the wife or somebody gets here, I can fill in case need be, if need be, and then you can just take it away whenever the mods get here.
Yeah, if you need me, then for sure. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words, let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves that the clock was running slow. The passport, obviously, is the only piece of evidence we have left. Take that. The victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it was 4 p.m. here, it's 1 p.m. Jesus. 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Schwartz? Wicks, whatever the fuck your name is, or should I say Mr. Did It?
Yeah, see, this is like a comedy crime game, basically.
Yeah. He just passed out. Order, I say. Bro just passed out at the stand. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, innocent. Not guilty. Okay. Innocent.
Larry Butts.
Larry Butts.
Name is hilarious.
When something smells, it's normally the butts. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Hopefully all the judges look like Odin. That's hilarious.
Is there different judges?
I think so. I actually don't remember. It's been a while since I played, but like I knew actually he was guilty, and I didn't actually want to say anything because I've played all the games
Well, I
before.
mean,
So
we all
kind of
knew he was guilty. You just showed it in the beginning.
yeah, fair enough.
It turns out that Frank Schwartz was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their house that day.
That's actually not a bad gig if you want to rob somebody. Knock on the door and be like, newspaper salesman.
When Larry
Nobody
went
answers
to
and they're not home.
Yeah. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Schwartz let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Schwartz grabbed the nearest blunt object that he could find, struck her upside the head. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Mr. Wright, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
I'm so confused what she's wearing under that shirt. It's like, is it like a garter? Is it a bra? Like, what the fuck is it?
No,
it looks like both, you know?
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy.
Kind of feel like she has the hots for Phoenix.
Yeah, right? If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. So, is his middle name Phoenix? So he's calling me Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Jesus Christ. Good. Wait, no. I mean...
His name is Nick Wright, but everybody calls him Phoenix as a thing, I guess.
Okay. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. She doesn't even know his name. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. His name is Larry, right? Yeah, it's definitely Larry Butts. Let's celebrate.
So it says Phoenix Nick Wright. So I'm assuming his middle name is Nick. His first and last name is Phoenix Wright.
Okay. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. You're giving me the murder weapon as a present? Not me. You're giving it to the Chief. Wait, wasn't this the evidence that actually I made this clock for her? I made one for her and one for me. Okay, I was about to say he's giving us freaking evidence as a gift. Really, you made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry, sob? Larry? Are you so sure? Excuse me.
By the way, the word perusal is pronounced perusal, okay. Like you said, yeah. Perusal.
Could've sworn I heard that word before. I think
it means the action of reading or examining something.
Okay, yeah. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friends? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Yeah, right. There was more evidence that I didn't see. What the heck is she talking about? I have no clue. I guess the statue? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't some chump to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock that you made her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You wouldn't bring something that big, though. You'd think so. It's pretty heavy. That's what I was thinking. To take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Alright, we're gonna wrap
Art
up on
style
that.
is like interesting in this game. It reminds me of like the 1990s and early 2000s anime art style.
Yeah. Hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if your client is guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? Oh, you were right. She definitely has a thing. Alright, I'm about to hop off, babe.
You're
Love
about
you.
to head out?
Have fun. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah.
Well, you're about to head out?
Yeah. I'm about to hop off. Just had time for an episode and slowly work my way into it. Still hurting pretty bad.
Alright, man. Well, I will catch you later. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks for joining us, Jokers.
Yep, no worries.
Have a good one. Speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. She definitely has a thing for feelings. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless the clock counts." He gave me a... I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. That's weird. Kind of intriguing. Leaves you on a cliffhanger. A brand new episode has been added. Okay, I was about to say, is there a saving? Do you want to save up to this point? Yes, I do. That's going to wrap up the stream. I appreciate everybody checking in. If you're watching the past broadcast, thank you too. All support helps. I'll try to get in here more, especially since I'm going to be out of work for a while, but I still got to help around the house and all that shit. So, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you later.